Literacy always on my mind. I'm stacking knowledge, no time to waste. Gotta invest smart, gotta keep up the pace. I'm reading books, learning all the tricks, studying the market, making calculated picks. I'm saving up my dough, watching it grow. No more wasting money on things I don't really know. Financial smarts, that's my new swag. Investing wisely, no more burning cash, I'm building wealth. $1 at a time, going from broke to living the life that's prime.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Radenero. We're back at it again for another information-packed conversation, an episode of Future Financial Strategies. First and foremost, if it's your first time here, welcome to the Wolf Pack. Over here, we talk specifically about finance. On this segment, Future Financial Strategies, we're always talking about different money hacks, different ways you can leverage what you have to get ahead. I'm not one of the people who's going to tell you you got to go make six figures. I do not make six figures as of this recording. Once we get to that point, we'll do an update, okay? But I don't make six figures. I'm one of the only people out here in this money market space, in this financial sphere that talks on finance. And I'm not actually pontificating on finance. Like, the entire premise of this show is that I am going through with what I have, and we are deep diving in, testing out some of these financial strategies, be it in-home banking, using it, velocity banking, using it, high yield dividends, using it, cryptocurrency, using it, leveraging debt, using it, credit cards, even Cash App cash advances. We're doing that too. We're using all the strategies, and the goal is to at current, the focus is to get enough income to where I am in a work optional state, which is basically marrying my income. That's the current deal that we're on. We're also using it to crush debt because obviously we have a little bit of debt load. For those of you who don't know, I had a major surgery. I'm on a high deductible plan, so paid for all of it out of pocket. Was down for a month and a half, came back on light duty, a little bit less than probably, I'd say 3 months. Then I had to replace the head end on my car, which was an additional $5,000. So we've accrued. Plus, we had debt that we taken out for our investment positions. So some of the debt's secured with assets that are still building and producing income. And some of it is just debt. So we are also using this to eliminate debt. We are also going to have a monthly update on that debt journey because it's a good amount of debt. It's a good amount of debt. It's hefty. Nothing to me. I've been here before, but it's a good amount of debt, and it'll be a good case study on if any of these things work or if it's complete hogwash. And I'm just going to continue digging deeper into the hole. It's going to be great. It's going to be something good to look at. But I'd welcome you to the Wolf Pack. If you're not subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you have not hit the like button yet, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? We're on the road to 500, and I need some likes. Also, I love having these conversations. I love going deep on these conversations. When we bring Guns and Butter Live back, when we start doing the live stream again, it's going to be very focused on at least a part of the show. Because it ain't going to completely stray away from what we was doing, but at least a part of the show is going to be focused on this. We're going to be focused on the bag talk. And I like deep diving. I mean, let me know if my math is off, but the way that I look at finances is just numbers and math. I don't have an emotional attachment to any of the strategies that I use. I've been in crypto for over 11 years now. I'm not emotionally attached to it. It's just the maths. It just does. It's the best horse in the race. These other strategies that we're trying, though, because I understand that not everybody wants to dive into crypto, and it's not that everybody has to dive into crypto. There's a multitude of strategies that you can utilize in the wealth game. And a lot of these people that tell you that there's only one way are trying to sell you something. So what we do over here is we experiment. I experiment with my money, and you guys get to live the fruits of my labors. And if there's potholes, I'm going to find them for you. If there's things that don't quite add up, I'm going to find it for you. It's going to be all good. So welcome to the show. What episode is this? This is a big one. It's the first Wednesday of the month, and we have the financial recap, the financial summary of what we did in the month of September. Now, the month of September is notably a terrible month for all markets. It's bad for crypto. It's bad for stocks. But man, we made some moves in September. Not only that, towards the end of September, we had a little pump. We riding in. I'm recording this on the 1st. Now we're having a retractment right now, but towards the end of September, we had a little run up. So we're going to talk about how we ended that month, because I think that might have been one of the best Septembers for me in these financial markets since I started on this journey ever. It just felt good to see some of these numbers as we dialed in at the end of the month. Now, the first metric that we track, now I track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now so first of all, I track my net worth. I do track it monthly. I do a monthly recap of my finances monthly, because what is measured improves because you're paying attention to it. So I am like a hawk when it comes to my personal finances. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 metrics that we're doing for this segment, which is net worth, savings percentage, and I'm going to break down why these matter, credit score, total amount saved, and then income against the previous month's income. Now, we're going to go through each one of these because I never actually gave a reasoning on why I chose these metrics. First of all, net worth. I always track my net worth because that's the game that I have chosen to play financially. It's the big kids game. I know a bunch of people want to track income, and I figure those are people who don't have a net worth or don't know their net worth. And if you don't know your net worth, it's probably negative. So they get to flex on saying that they make 6 figures, which is cool, I guess. But the question, when it comes to income, I am more impressed with the income that I don't have to go to physical work for, like non-W-2 income, because it's tax less. So that's the only income that I care about. And as we're building this income, obviously my W-2 income is roped into this. But as I'm tracking that income, the reason I'm wanting to know whether it's improving or going backwards and how that metric is working is because at a certain point, I will be able to live off of my dividends. And that is my goal. That is what we've got lined out. We do a portfolio update, which you'll be getting on Monday, upcoming Monday, where we will dive deep into the portfolio, the moves I'm making, and some of the new standards I've instilled within said portfolio. It's going to be great. But net worth is a big factor for me, because if your net worth is high, that's going to open up opportunities. Now, how am I growing my net worth? My net worth is not tied into my house like most people. It's not my 401k that I don't have access to till I'm 65, like most people who are going to be stuck working till they're 65 or have to sell their house to get access to their money. No, I'm building my net worth via acquiring assets. Specifically for me, prioritizing Bitcoin. I've got a Bitcoin standard, constantly buying Bitcoin. So that is a big part of my net worth. My net worth is fluctuating because Bitcoin is volatile. But in the long tail of things, since I've been here for 11 years, I can tell you one thing. It's only gone one direction. Up. Volatility, but up. And I can deal with that. So the reason I track my net worth is to make sure that I have acquired more assets. Now, part of that is my income generation, the high yield dividend account, but moving forward, we're going to actually start building out the backup for that, which is going to be a portfolio. And we'll jump into that. We're going to be talking about that on the portfolio show, but I track my net worth to make sure it's moving up. I like to make sure I'm improving year over year. I track it monthly just to keep it in the front of my mind to make sure that I'm making the appropriate moves the next month. This month, I'm feeling really good. Savings percentage. The reason I track that is because the amount of money I have coming in, I need to know how much of that I am capturing. How much of that am I putting to work? How much of that am I putting in to building and establishing my wealth? Specifically right now, my income. How are we doing in that respect? I need to know that every month because most people aren't saving anything. Those who are saving are doing the bare minimum. What are they telling you guys? Like 10%, 6%? You guys doing the company match and your 401k that you don't have access to? Yeah. I track those numbers because I want to be at around 50%. That's my stretch goal of all the income, which includes my dividend income, my W-2 income, any side job income, side hustle income I bring in. All of that is factored in, and I take the amount of money that I was able to squirrel away into investments into that number. The next one, credit score. Why do I track credit score? Credit doesn't matter if you're rich. You can self-fund everything. Well, me personally, I don't like to self-fund everything because of the time value of money. I don't like having money off the table. I like having my money working. I don't like dumping lump sums of my money that could be going into the market, could be building my wealth, could be adding additional income. I don't like taking that off the board because then I don't have it. What I like to do, what I love to do, is build up income. And if I'm going to buy something, I buy it out of my dividend income. That's kind of where I'm at with my large purchases at this point. Now that we've cleared, because I'm not living off that money. That's just money that's coming in. We're using it to field debt. And then every once in a while, after we hit some of these milestones, I get to buy myself a little gift. And that gift comes out of the dividend pot. And it's wonderful to get yourself a gift as you're going on this climb at certain points. Not all the time, but at certain points, give yourself a few $100s and go get yourself something nice. I like doing that out of money that I didn't go to work for. My W-2 money that comes in goes to bills and increasing my income at all times. Now, a piece of my investment income goes to increasing my income, which is why my income's increasing month over month. But in order to be able to do the leveraging that I want to get money to buy assets for cheap well, it's just cheap at that point. You always, because you got the transaction fee. So even if it's 0% for X amount of time, you still got that transaction fee. So I can't even lie and say that it's free money, but it's dirt cheap money, especially right now when interest rates are still above 6%. So it's important to have your credit score up. It's important to have a good credit score. Total amount saved. I just like looking at how much I saved. It just makes me feel good at this point. It's a gamification thing, but it's something I like to celebrate. Like if I save a few $1,000s, I'm gonna celebrate that. I'm gonna beat my chest, be like, yo, that went towards income. That went towards making me wealthier. That went towards my future. Future Ray is loving everything present Ray is doing right this minute. I'm benefiting myself. I'm benefiting my family at some point. I'm benefiting my future family that I might create because of what I'm doing right now. These are long-term plans. And then last but not least is income. Now, again, I just said, I'm not impressed by income. But when you're growing your passive income and you're out here smoke showing these gurus that have millions of dollars, apparently, in the market, and they're making less a month than I am because they're doing the old way, because a lot of the financial advice we were given was set up to make sure that we worked till we were 65. You got to have $1 million in SCHD to generate enough income to retire on. Most of you aren't going to touch a whole $1 million because you won't save it. You won't set it aside. It's hard to invest. There's little to no motivation to invest, honestly, with everything that we're going through right now, to just get a few cents a month and then go, I got to get $1 million. I got to get a bunch of these really expensive shares to be able to not have to go to this job that I hate. What if you could take a pay cut and go to a job that you loved and supplemented your passive income? What if you got to take a job that was just less stressful? Like I'm not saying that I don't want to work. I want a choice. I do want a choice because I got a good career. I'm in a good position, but I don't get final say. And I have to go there. It's not a want just yet. It's a have to, which also makes it less enjoyable. But these people are going to tell me that I got to wait till I have $1 million and I don't make six figures. That's not even a 10-year goal. like I gotta grind this out for a decade? Another decade? No. Over here at Future Financial Strategies, I want you guys in the driver's seat. I want you in the driver's seat of your finances. And in order to do that, we can't do what everyone else is doing because whatever everyone else is doing isn't even working. The numbers are in on the 401k. Boomers are going back to work because they don't have enough money. Fees are eating them alive within the product itself. The person who made the product didn't talk well about the product, nor was it supposed to be used in place of pensions, which is how it was sold to the American people. It's time for us to evolve, and I'm here to offer any insight I can on the evolution because I'm starting to feel like I've evolved. The way that I look at money is completely different than most people. The way that I look at maneuvering through these financial spaces is completely different than most people. The way that I am able to survive these horrible 3 months that a lot of people, now that it's political season and they want to align with me as though I am a loser, tell me that 3 months it's over for you. You've only got 3 months. You're not doing as well as you think you are, old reckless Ray De Niro. 3 months and you're on the streets. You're going to lose your house. And I was sitting down for over that 3 months and replaced a head end on my motor on my car because I'm not ready to sell it. I like driving that car. And I'm on track and coming out of that darkness, that financial hell, that financial crucible. And on the other side of it, I know when I get to be out of this market. I know when I get to not have to go to work anymore. I'm locked in. I'm coming out of that financial situation better with the debt, with the inconvenience, with the injury, better than when I went in. I came out more resolute. I came out stronger. I mean, I reported on here as soon as I got injured, the first thing I did was leverage my credit card one more time and pulled $8,000 out and put it straight into the market to get some more income because I didn't know if I was going to have to leave my job. And I was like, well, at minimum, I can make sure that I can cover my rent and expenses, my mortgage and expenses, my core expenses, because I don't have a car payment. It's just a mortgage. That's it. So mortgage and utilities and food. Stay at home, sit on the couch. I wanted to make sure that was covered. And the first thing that I thought to do was leverage that card, pull out that $8,000. Smartest thing I ever did. Got me down this road. I rabbit hole really fast and very efficiently at this point, especially when I'm stressed out. I haven't been stressed in a long time, but here we are. So that's the reason the income's important to me. It's the income that I don't have to get off the couch for. It's the income that I can sit a few minutes in front of the computer a month, make some moves, move some stuff around. I enjoy being in the market. I enjoy the financial strategy involved in a high yield dividend portfolio. That's going to be my secondary expertise because crypto is the first one. I'm good on crypto. I know where I'm going to end up on crypto in the next 4 years. Like, I'm good there. But I don't want to have to touch it. Don't want to have to touch it. Not until they bring leveraging back to the United States. Then I will touch my crypto. But until then, we're just buying. We buy, put it in cold storage, sit it away. But that income portfolio, oh yeah, got real dialed in on that once I got injured and realized that, like, yo, if something actually like really messed up happened to me and I was stuck at home, the money would stop. I didn't like that feeling. I'm a problem solver, and I got really good at making money. I got myself a career, got myself a skill, got a trade. And like it hadn't really set on me, because normally bad stuff generally doesn't happen to me. I'm strong. Like, I'm good shape, physically active, fit guy. Next thing you know, your Achilles snaps in half. Oh, my job is very physical for the most part. And that was when it dawned on me that I was like, I can get to my goal this way, but it's not going to be efficient, and it's going to cost me on the back end. And it's going to cost me a price I'm not willing to pay. Not for that. I'll tear my body up doing stuff I want to do. But I'm not going to tear my body up and waste my good years doing stuff that I don't necessarily want to do, that I have to do. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. So we are on the way out. We're getting out. We're getting free. We're going to have it be work optional, because then I can at least have the ability to just say no. I'll be like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not tearing my body up doing that. Like, no, find somebody else to do it. No. I need the ability to say no. And right now, I really don't. I have the ability to complain. But no needs to be an option. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. So first off, going back to the beginning of the list, net worth. Our net worth increased. I mean, the exact number, I'm going to say 11,000. I'm giving myself the dollar. The actual exact number, y'all, is $10,999. Increase in net worth. Why is that? Because Bitcoin's volatile and it went up. Also, I've been adding to my investment stack like a monster every month, every payday. I'm consistently investing. That's the only reason I'm saving money. Like, I don't save money traditionally. I don't have cash sitting around. All my bank accounts look like I'm broke. My brokerage account runneth over. My crypto portfolio runneth over. But I don't keep cash. I don't believe in it. I don't even like having extra cash, because I'm always working, so there's always income coming in. The portfolio spitting out money every month. I mean, if I miss the specific dip day, like, one of the things I like about high yield dividends, they don't bounce back as fast as stock. Everything that I'm buying, if it dips, it stays down for a little bit. Like, it takes its time to recover. It's great, which allows me to average down, because I'm constantly buying, constantly adding income, because they're constantly paying every month. So the net worth increased $10,999. Moving on to the next metric, savings percentage. Now, I impressed myself in September, because going into September, terrible month for stocks, terrible month for crypto. So what did I do? We turned off the velocity banking faucet. We stopped doing it for the month of September. Why? So I wanted to buy as much of my positions as possible. We had the Bloody Monday event. Everything was down. Everything. So I spent the entire month squirreling away as much money as humanly possible. Inconvenient amounts of money. I was like, you know what? This month we're probably going to be riding this debt. Is going to be at a circling pattern, and we just manage in this month. We just try not to buy too much stuff, but I went out on a couple of nice outings, hung out with some friends. So this isn't me going, I sat at home and ate noodles. I'm not that guy either. I'm like, I'm going to do stuff that I value, because I've already cut down to the quick on the stuff that I do regularly. The stuff that I do sometimes, like, we going out sometimes. We going to go have a meal sometimes. I'm going to go get a Dutch Brothers. I'm not even going to say the other coffee company. I'm going to go get a Dutch Brothers sometimes. I'm not saying don't do what you want to do. I'm saying have your priorities straight. So anyways, when it comes to the savings, we hit, and I think this is a all-time high for us, for me personally, 62.49% of all the income that came in went in. That's how much we captured to get working, and I'm loving it. Moving on to the next metric, our credit, which is in a hold pattern for the month of September. We are locked in at 740. Why are we down to 740 from 820? Because we took out the $8,000 cash advance, which drove some of the metrics up. It's what it is. Your credit doesn't just sit at one number. If it's sitting at one number, you're not using it. Let's call it what it is. People like to say they have a credit score over 800. I regularly have a credit score over 800, except for when I use it. And if I use it a lot, because like that 8,000 was an emergency pull, I'd already had another cash advance out already. So that added on top of it. So yeah, that pulled it down a little bit further. Plus the medical bills, plus the car, added debt. So the score dropped down to 740. Can still get anything I want. Still got good credit. Like, it's what it is. But as soon as we pay this debt down, you'll see it. It'll creep back up, get up to about 820 again. And then it's going to take a hit again because we're going to keep leveraging tastefully. Like, we're not maxing out credit cards either. That's why it stays up at 740. Like, I got plenty of runway on there. Plenty. Total saved is the next metric. We saved $3,081, which is dope. It's a lot of money. That's also a peak month for me for a month. Very proud of that. Very happy to see that go into where it needed to go because we was making moves. Now we're getting ready to turn the velocity banking spigot back on, so that's definitely going to be down for the month of October. Unless it's a bad month because Ray is greedy. But we're going to try to at least get one of our metrics hit because I like giving myself that gift. So it's one of the ways I motivate myself. So we're going to see what it looks like, but I'm pretty sure that this month we're going to have a good run at it. Now, our income, we increased our income $234 for the month of September. Now, this is the last metric. It's a very important metric. Because that's the goal. As we're creeping this up, we have target goals, and we're going to go over that because I redid what my cut to the quick was because I realized I cheated. And we're going to talk about that on Monday when we go over the portfolio update. So you're going to want to tap in for that because that's going to be very insightful as well. Because I got a lot of in-depth insight when I actually deep dove and like looked at the numbers, redid the numbers, and I got a little bit of logic that goes on. A little bit of logic update that, I was like, this needs to be something that could be perpetualized if needed. So now I know my numbers. Now I'm locked in. Harder than ever. So like now these numbers mean even more. So increasing it $234. I mean, if we could do that every month, let me get the calculator out. Even if it was just $234 every month and we did that for 12 months on top of where we're currently at, if we just did that, that would be an increase in the income of $2,808. And that's if we just increase the income $234 a month, every month, month over month. Now, do I know if we're going to be able to do that? No, I don't. But what I do know is this is compounding. So it's adding to the pot. And I love that. So that's one of those things where, for me, like that's a metric that I'm really watching right now because the income that's increasing is not my W-2 income. I'm not asking for a raise. I'm on a holding pattern in that realm. And I know they'd be like, oh, you got to switch jobs and run the bag up and do da da da. And I'm like, or you can just work at the one job, work your money right, and then let nature run its course. Let compounding run its course. Use the future financial strategies, and then if you got a job that's chill and you're making enough money while you have the opportunity to strike while the iron's hot, because hopefully you're making more than you spend, maybe we find some other ways to get your income up And then you can just not have to go there anymore at a certain point. Maybe we do that. Maybe we don't go try to be the best slave in the system because they don't care about you. They don't care about any of us. Which is the reason we got to care about our income. And from that perspective, your passive income, very dialed in, very much caring, very much wanting to have those conversations. So if you've been tapped in and you've got some insight from this, let me know down in the comments. What do you guys think? Am I on the wrong path? Is this not working? I don't know, because we track it every month and like the numbers keep going up. And you know, apparently I'm supposed to go learn options trading. I'm supposed to go do a bunch of other stuff. And it's like I can't take a nap if I'm options trading. I'm looking at the screen all day. I mean, my goal over here is for the people is to maximize your income. And I mean, this is the same for options traders. If you are a dope options trader and you are making money and all you're doing is just continuing just making more options to just make more options and you're not doing anything with the money, like what's the strategy in that? You get hit in the head and you can't read the charts no more. Then what? You break your hands. Can't hit the keys. Can't do the thumbs on the phone. Somebody come snap your thumbs off. Then what? I like to give people the option to not have to do that. I want you to not have to options trade. I want you to options trade because it's fun. I know some people who, one of my homies, dopest option trader I know. He loves it. Eats, sleeps, wakes up, likes doing it. Loves it. But I want him to not have to. Or better yet, I want him to not have to do anything he don't want to do. I want him to do stuff better yet, I want him to only have to options trade. That's what I want for him. He loves doing it. I want him to not have to do anything else but that and still have income coming in. I want him to, if he has a few bad months in options trading and that's all he's doing and he just don't make no money, I still want money coming in. I want him covered. I want all of you covered. I want you to win no matter what. Injury, no matter what. Because the funny thing about dividends is you laid up in the hospital, you stuck on the couch, that income's still coming in. Them checks still get cut. And I'm not saying it's the best strategy. I'm just saying it's a strategy, and you got to be strategic with the income that you're generating. You making a boatload of money in the options market. Dope. But maybe you want to have that income supplemented with some dividend income. Oh, but the taxes. No, it's not in your 401k. It's not in your retirement account. The taxes. It's less than going to work. I get to go to work, get injured, be hurt, almost fall off ladders, be on construction sites, breathing in God knows what. And I get to pay more taxes for the privilege of doing that. So no, the taxes don't really matter to me because it's less than what I'm already paying. Plus, they don't make me pay Social Security. If I went and got a side hustle, and that's the thing that's crazy to me. People will talk about, oh, stocks, investing, taxes, and then they'll go get 14 side hustle jobs that they got to pay taxes on. Y'all are wild, and they've got you so programmed to be a good slave that you don't even see it. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. You don't even see it. Oh, I'm not gonna go build up no passive income. I'm gonna Uber, I'm a DoorDash, I'm a Instacart, I'm gonna go do all this other stuff and then get that tax bill that's higher. That is crazy work. Y'all want to be slaves so bad. Insane. And then when somebody brings up dividends, oh, but the taxes, you don't want to do that because they're gonna tax you at a less rate than the 8 jobs you just went and got to go say that you got over 6 figures of income this year to talk trash on a panel on YouTube, to argue with somebody to try to make them feel bad. And your net worth is negative still. And you're behind on your taxes now. Congratulations. Like, it's wild to me. Like, I don't know. I might be off. let me know down in the comments. And honestly, when we bring the live stream back, we either going to have a dedicated section of the show that's for smoke, or we gonna just have to do a dedicated section of the show. Like, I mean, honestly, I will do a live stream so that we can debate this. Like, it's just crazy work, the stuff that the gurus are telling y'all to do. And then because people got a lot of eyes on them, y'all just be acting like it's right and don't ask no questions. Like, how are you going to get $1 million? If you already in the workforce, you halfway through and ain't saved no money, you screwed, bro. Like, if you listen to the gurus, it's over, bro. It's over. You can retire when you 80 and dead, bro. Like, it's cool. So anyways, it's been a great show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely hit the like on your way out if you didn't catch it on the way in, and leave me a comment down in the descriptions. Let's have the conversation. I do respond to all my comments, and you know what? Props to those YouTubers who have big channels that also respond to comments. I might not agree with you, but I do take note of that, and I do appreciate it because it takes time to reply to comments. It takes time to foster and have those conversations. And some of y'all who reply to them comments, like, I'm wanting to have those conversations because, like, I think it's interesting. I love this. I'm really into dividend investing. I find it very interesting, and I think it's great. So tap in with me. It's your boy Reckless Rated Arrow. And until next week, because Future Financial Strategies is a weekly, the first Wednesday of the month, we do the monthly wrap up, the monthly update from the month prior. So until next week, folks, it's your boy Reckless Rated Arrow, and we out. Peace.
Money on my mind, yeah. Focus, got no time for games, nah. I don't play, man, I'm all about that financial literacy. Investing in my future, building generational wealth. Dollar bills, they be calling my name, but I ain't chasing fame, I'm chasing change. Learn the game, now I'm playing it smart. Putting my money to work, it's an art. I'm stacking paper, building my own empire. No more living check to check, I'm getting higher. Investing in stocks, real estate, and more. Gotta secure the bag, that's what I came for.